everybody, wherever you may be. This is Portland Trailblazers basketball.
Last night it was too much Ray Allen as the Blazers fell at home. Tonight, Juan Dixon and company have moved on to Salt Lake City for the second of a back-to-back. Carlos Boozer and the Jazz have to win to keep their slim playoff hopes alive. They look for the season sweep against the Blazers tonight. It's Portland and Utah, and it's coming up next. We're in Salt Lake City tonight for the second of a back-to-back. Got in very late last night, and inside the Delta Center tonight, the Trailblazers, who fell to the Sonics last night, take on the Utah Jazz, who are clinging to faint playoff hopes here in the West. And welcome courtside, everyone. Thanks for having us on. Mike Barrett along with Coach Mike Rice. Well, Utah, of course, selected Darren Williams with the third pick in last summer's NBA draft. He, of course, will be compared to Chris Paul for years, but he's had a solid rookie season.
Well, I'd rather be compared to Chris Paul than John Stockton, and that's what Jerry Sloan does night in and night out. But this guy didn't start off real well, but he's had 7 games of 20 points. The other day, late in March, he had 20 points and 14 assists against the Suns, and that really put a smile on Jerry Sloan's face. He's not John Stockton yet, but he surely is working on it. Of course, Sebastian Telfair has had his best basketball late in March and early in April. He is really running this team with precision. As we see right there, he feeds everybody, and at the end of some games, he's even winning ball games with his jump shot. As you see right here, he's attacking the hoop, getting to the foul line, making great decisions for the Blazers.
The McDonald's matchup here, Telfair and the rookie Williams. Sebastian 9 points a game, and Williams 11 points to go along with 4 assists per ball game. Well, injuries have caused the Jazz trouble all year. They've limited Carlos Boozer to just 26 games. With him, they have been fabulous. So, you know, they got to be thinking, what if?
Well, you know, if you look at Carlos Boozer, and I believe Jerry Sloan is right when he said we'd be in the top 4 if we would have had this guy for the whole year. Carlos Boozer is a guy that's just now getting his rhythm. In the month of March and April, he's averaging 28 points a game and 10 rebounds. So he's a guy that missed 41 games, and I do believe, I agree with Jerry Sloan, I think they'd be in the playoffs if he were healthy the whole year. Zach Randolph really has to bring his best defensive rebounding game tonight. He has to score for the Blazers, but the main thing is we'll check his defensive rebounds. The Sonics killed the Blazers on the boards last night. They'll do it tonight also if Zach doesn't bring his A game.
And the matchup here, Boozer had 30 points last night in Minnesota, 15 points, 9 rebounds on the season, and Zach holding steady at 18 and 8. Well, Portland hasn't been swept by Utah in a season series since the 88-89 season. Always tough to win here. They'd love to get a victory to avoid this sweep tonight. The Jazz won in Minnesota last night, but it's likely too little too late. Portland and Utah tip-off straight ahead.
Portland Trailblazers basketball is brought to you by Country Insurance and Financial Services. Real people, real answers, real quick. By Northwest Ford Stores, proud sponsor of your Trailblazers. By Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. Visit us at geico.com or call 1-800-947-AUTO. By 76. Enter the 76 Fill Up Your Life giveaway to win Honda motorcycles, free gas, and more at fillupyourlife.com. By Toyota, the perfect vehicle. Now that's moving you forward. Visit your local Toyota dealer today. And by Wells Fargo, the next stage.
Fourth and final meeting of the season between the Trailblazers and Utah Jazz tonight from Salt Lake City. Mike Rice, time to get a Gatorade X Factor from you.
Well, they're going to need some outside scoring because the Utah Jazz are going to pound it inside. The guy that can give us that outside scoring, Martell Webster, had one of his big games against the Utah Jazz earlier in the year. X Factor, Martell Webster.
Gatorade, is it in you? Well, just 7 games remain for the Trailblazers. They